Ready?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to call the Village of Mount Sterling Council meeting for April 28th, 2025 to order, please.
Roll call, Craig,
Here.
Becky. Here. Ross,
Here.
Barry,
Here.
Joyce,
Here.
David,
Here.
all's present.
All right.
Lord, thank you for the beautiful day you provide for us today, Lord. Lord, you do so much for us day in and day out for us and what we need, Lord. And Lord, be with the council and the mayor, our safety, and all the people that help us in this community, our sheriff department, Lord. Touch all them. Be with our citizens tonight, Lord, and touch each one of them. And be with our country, Lord. In Jesus' wonderful, wonderful name, amen.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you for that. May I please have a motion to approve the meeting minutes from the meeting held on April 14th, 2025?
Have that motion, sir.
Thank you. Is there a second? Thank you, Craig.
David, Craig. Roll call, Becky,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Barry,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
David.
Yes.
Craig.
Yes.
What was that order on that one?
There you go. In terms of mayor's report, I'm going to keep mine short as we have public comments tonight. But I am asking residents, please, when you mow your grass, everyone's out mowing because now is the time. Please do not blow into the road or blow it into the gutters because we will blow it right back. So right now is the time of year in which things get clogged up and we could really use your help trying to maintain direct flow of water, wastewater down the drains, and that really would help us if you didn't put stuff in there. So that's my lecture on that, and I apologize for doing it, but we're seeing it more and more right about now, so please take heart. Okay, President Pro Tem report, Joyce.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. There's a lot of activity going on in the village. The Youth League is in full swing with baseball. The concession is now open. Watch out for the youth. They're all over. Please be aware of motorcycles. Drive safely. I would like to congratulate the new owners of the building Ben and Joy's. They are taking everything out. It's going to be a while before they are able to open, so they ask for everyone's patience on that. But when they do open, it'll be quite a nice business for our community. We're excited for their new venture. A couple more comments that I've been asked to make. The community cleanup is this weekend from the Nazarene Church. They are asking for anyone and everyone within the village, Burr Oaks, and I believe it's the area, or McClimasville area, excuse me, to please contact the church if they have anything they would like picked up. They will give you the specifics on the restrictions. That's going to be for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Their phone number, I'm going to repeat it, 740-869-3127. And again, that's 740-869-3127. Call the Nazarene Church directly and get on their list for any thing that you want done. And that is going to include for this time only. It's not an ongoing thing. It's a one-time thing for any mowing that you need done. If we have any elderly people or someone that has, maybe their mowers aren't serviced yet, if you need your grass mowed for this weekend only, they can possibly help you out. Give them a call. Other than that, I don't have anything else. Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you for the update. The only other thing I would add is you can also get on their list by going to the website of www.gomtsterling.com, not .org. GoMTsterling.com, and you'll get there straight away. You can add your name to the list and get on the pickup
You know,
route.
Mayor, one thing, you'll really be surprised how many old couches are in this town when they go around. It gets interesting.
Yes, it most certainly does. I haven't been there, done that, and gotten the free couch. All right. Thank you, Joyce. I appreciate it. We're now up to public comments and visitors. Because we do have a fair number tonight, I would ask everyone to please take 3 minutes. We're respectful. And the first person would be Mr. Gerald F. Spradlin. Please come on down. We'll get you a microphone.
And if you can please state your first and last name and where you reside at.
Gerald Spradlin.
You're going to want to do that right to the microphone there, sir.
Gerald Spradlin, 27 North High Street, Mount Sterling. Before I speak, I'm going to leave you, you don't need to look at these now. You might want to look at them at your leisure. So as to read my topic.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
You.
There you go.
Thank you, sir.
There we go. So, you'll be happy to know I'm not here to talk about speeding in the village. I'm here to talk about my wife Diane and her service to this community over the years. So, I'm going to just I'll make it quick. I want to highlight some of the things that Diane did for this community. And then I'm here to ask you folks to consider something, and I'll do that at the conclusion. When Diane relocated here to Mount Sterling, she became very actively involved in the community as a whole. And I want to share some things with you about Diane that you may or may not know. She was an Army veteran, serving 4 years in the United States and abroad. She's now buried in a military cemetery in Maine, her home state. She's a graduate of the University of Maine. She graduated summa cum laude in English literature. We moved here in 1988. Diane served 1 year as mayor. At that time, the current mayor stepped down. She was president pro tem. She served as mayor. She served on village council. I can't remember how many terms. She was secretary for the Mount Sterling Chamber of Commerce at one time. She was also associated with a Friend's House in London, and that was a domestic violence counseling group, and the American Red Cross. She also was a licensed real estate agent based here in Mount Sterling. I think, in my own mind, I think her greatest accomplishment was when she was a stay-at-home mom with a year and a half. My son, he was a year and a half old at the time. Long-distance rates were exorbitant here, if you all can recall that. And she successfully arranged a Ohio Public Utilities hearing here in Mount Sterling, a 2-day event. Diane and I formed what we called the Citizens Action Committee. There were 4 of us involved in that. Diane did the bulk of the work. She took on three attorneys from Ohio Bell, GTE, and United Companies who were fighting against any reduction in long-distance calling. Well, Diane shot for the moon, and she asked for the entire area, all the way up to Westerville, Ohio, for toll-free. That didn't come to fruition. However, in the end, she was able to come away from the table with a reduced area rate, reducing calls from Mount Sterling to Columbus, Grove City, and some surrounding areas, and that reduction was 74%. So, and she did that, like I say, as a private citizen, stay-at-home mom, and before all the advanced technology that we have today. So I'm just thinking here that for what she did for the community, there's an alleyway right beside our property. There's a vacant lot. She loved that lot, planted a pear tree there. In any event, I'd like you folks to consider naming that alley in Diane's honor. So that's why I'm here. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you coming out tonight.
Does that alley currently have a name? Is it
No.
no name?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Spradlin.
All
Would
right.
you guys be I mean, so to move this forward, would this be taken to the Streets Committee?
Yep.
Do you need a motion for that?
Yep.
I'd like to make a motion that this be taken to the Streets Committee for further consideration.
Is there a
I'll second
second?
it.
Thank you, David.
Okay, so that's Joyce, then David. Roll call, Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Barry?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
And David?
Yes.
Wonderful,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
Frank.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next tonight, we have Caitlin Cole. Please come on down. Use either microphone you'd like.
Wipe my tears after that. That was really
good.
nice. Very sweet. So Caitlin Cole, 25 Autumn Hayes Court.
Thank you.
I was just coming in today to ask for approval to put up our Next Gen Kids Care with our phone number signs at the 4 entrances to the village, just to help advertise and get out there that we are here and available.
Okay.
So that was about it.
Thoughts, council?
That's probably something that would also have to go to streets,
That's what I was, yeah.
and there'd have to be some looking into, of rules and regulations as far as advertising.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, so is there a motion to,
Like a temporary signs, like,
No, nope, they would be, as far as I know, they would be metal signs, like there's one for the UMC church, their childcare. Now, again, I don't do any of the toddler, they're 5 and under and I'm 5 and up. So I'm not trying to take any business, step on any toes or any of that stuff. But since we are doing more farmers market, more community stuff, I thought it would be nice to just have some signs where the other signs are. So there's like a little fence out by, yeah,
The Legion advertises on it as well.
correct. So there are, yes, here, those two, and then I believe there was the other 2 that I thought if I could.
I think that'd be good for the village too, because you work so hard for farmers market
Right.
stuff, and then you'll be able to
Yeah, so they would
advertise.
be on the fences, so not on the poles.
not on the
So
polls
Okay.
per se,
Currently,
right?
you guys see that there are people that like have accomplished powerlifting or baseball, football.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. Those are on the Welcome Village signs that have the poles on them. These would be on the fences coming into them.
Right.
the only issue I would have.
Yes.
I'm a big advocate of small businesses, and you go, girl. But you are not a nonprofit, correct? You're a for-profit business?
Correct.
Okay. So that's just something we'd have to consider.
Do you mind me asking why that's an issue?
Well, only because if another business, let's just say Sunoco, said, I want signs at all 4 entrances too, and then Ben and Joy's would say it too. And
Right.
if they're for-profit, you just get into, I think, a little, I mean, you could have everybody in town's businesses could be at the same if we allow one, but maybe there's an avenue,
Right.
you know, where we can.
I wouldn't have a
figure.
problem with that.
Well, and that's, I wanted to hear, you know,
Right.
what the difference was, right? And what you guys,
Right.
you know, the stipulations. So I totally appreciate the feedback, and
We can take it to
Absolutely.
the.
Well, I think we take it to the
I'll
streets.
I'll make a motion to take it to streets.
I'll second that.
Thank you.
thank you very
Mary,
much.
Absolutely.
Joyce, thank you.
And then Joyce,
Yeah.
okay. Roll call, Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Barry?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
And David?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. And then, I believe Ross will be having one of the next street meetings. It's not until next month.
Right.
If I'm here.
Okay.
Do I need to appear at that meeting?
It's open to the public. Anybody can come.
Yeah.
But I don't have to, okay.
You
Yeah,
don't, no.
No, you don't have to.
It'll be a discussion and then,
Understood.
yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, our final person coming before council tonight is Tamara Hall. Come on down.
I think Caitlin and I are going to start getting coffee afterwards. We're here together all the time. Tamara Hall at 12135 Woods Opossum Run Road, Orient. So I'm here to represent the Mount Sterling Community Association and to talk about our donation of American flags. One, Becky and I presented the American Legion with a donation of flags. on Saturday, and we gave them, over 1,400 stick flags for their Memorial Day services that they'll have, to be placed on the graves. And believe it or not, there's over 1,200 grave sites in Pleasant Township Cemetery. So we gave them more than enough for each grave site, and then to have extras for the ceremony. We gave them 10 3-by-5-foot flags, 4 8-by-12, 4 4-by-6, and then 1 5-by-8 Ohio flag. And it was just under a $2,000 value of a donation, so we presented that to them. And then tonight, I'm going to let the village know that we're also presenting the village with a donation of flags. They're here somewhere in the building. Becky brought them in, I think. And so we're giving the village, 15, 3-foot by 5-foot American flags. We're giving you 35 6-foot flag poles. Plus that comes with the brackets and then the little acorn gold toppers. We've got plenty of those. And then we're also going to be placing new bunting on the gazebo. We'll make sure that's in place before Memorial Day, and they'll stay up there through the summer past 4th of July. And then they'll get taken down pretty much in the fall. And that's roughly a little over $1,500 value. So we've donated that to the village, and we just wanted to let
Who
you know
donated
that.
Was that
The
Mr.
Mount
Story?
Sterling Community Association.
Oh, because he normally donates that. Wasn't sure.
Yeah,
He
Well, I
did
just
it,
wanted to
A
make
private
sure that we're
citizen
not
usually
getting
does
double
that.
no, he did it through our
Oh, so
organization.
so he donated it to you, and then you guys are.
Okay.
Okay, so it's.
Yes.
That makes more sense.
Yes, but he wanted to remain anonymous, so
Okay.
that's why we didn't speak
Oh,
his name.
sorry. Well, I didn't want to get double. I know we've said his name before. Sorry.
That's okay. But anyway, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the flags, for
He
sure.
just prefers moving forward with a nonprofit and doing anything he does anonymously.
I didn't want to get a double donation, I guess. Sorry. Get that one out of the way.
Okay, we have no executive session, so we're going to go ahead and move on to department reports. Sheriff's Department, come on down, please.
All right, I did better this time.
Yeah, I love your little report.
Put it out for us.
So for
All
the
right.
for the public's
Barry
benefit,
had one, right?
for
Did
the-
you have one
Yeah.
already?
Oh,
Everybody passed
we,
it out.
we have them.
I didn't have
Oh,
one.
these are for me?
I didn't have one.
so
All right, so, again, pretty quiet couple weeks. 18 traffic stops, 5 suspicious vehicles. We've had quite a few smoke investigations with the fire department, just people burning, yard waste and other such things. And then I think my biggest thing, I'm going to point out the one vehicle crash with injury, just to remind everybody to look out for pedestrians, because we've had some unfortunate incidents in the past 2 weeks.
Yes, yes, we have. Despite all the flashing signs, you can't miss it apparently, right? Yeah.
Man down.
So that is about all. Nothing crazy.
Glad you're okay.
That's the top hit list, right?
That is
Okay.
it.
Okay. Good deal. Any questions tonight for the deputy? We like having very short ones of these. We do not want page
As do
after
I.
page after page after page.
Well, that makes it look like we're doing a good job.
Well-
You know,
So-
Kelly brought up a good point, though. People, when you're in that crosswalk, you think you're in a safety section. You shouldn't think you're in a war zone. You know what I mean? So,
All right.
Okay, no questions tonight. Thank you.
job.
Thank you for that. We appreciate it. Okay, let's see, moving on tonight with department reports. We don't have a law director's report. Tonight is not the night for zoning and building. We do have, however, our fiscal officer to give us a quick report.
Well, like everybody else, I don't have much to talk about that has changed since our last meeting. And again, I don't have a bank reconciliation because the month is not
It's not over yet.
So I don't have much. If everybody's received their packet, council, I didn't hear any questions, comments, concerns of anything, of any sort. I know we didn't have a finance meeting, so there's not much to talk about that. So I don't have any questions unless you all have any questions. Okay.
Comments, thoughts for Courtney real fast?
Okay,
Okay.
so with that said, if I can ask for a motion to approve the appropriation status report, the revenue status report, the receipt listing report, the payment listing report, the comparison of budget and appropriated report, the cash summary by fund report, and the reader report.
have that motion. Second.
Is there a second? Thank you.
David, Craig?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, roll call. Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Barry?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
And David?
Yes.
Okay, and I have two pieces of not legislation, but documents to pass around if you could please sign those.
Thank you. Okay, no questions for Courtney? We'll move on to committee reports. Okay, Finance, Joyce.
We reported everything from our last meeting at the last council meeting, so we don't have any updates on anything for finance. And our next meeting will be at 11 o'clock on May 7th.
Great, thank you. Pleasant Township, Becky.
Yep, there's been no meetings since the last report. The next meeting will be May 5th at 5 o'clock.
Great, thanks. Squad, Joyce.
Again, our next meeting will be at 8 o'clock PM on May 14th.
Mid-month, got it. Fire, Ross.
I have a meeting tonight at 8 o'clock, so I haven't had anything since then.
Okay. We'll look for an update next go-round. Water, wastewater, Craig.
The next scheduled meeting that will be May the 7th at 9 a.m.
Can I ask a question?
I thought that was at 10. So I thought
It's at 10.
wastewater's at 10 and the finance is at
It
11.
is. It's at 10.
You're right.
We had
You
to
wanted
do-
it at 9, it's
We
your
had to do a
committee.
switcheroo on that one.
Well, I don't think it was ever a switcheroo, it was always at 10,
Yeah.
right? 10
Yeah.
and 11.
Yeah.
Am I no or am I yes?
You're fine.
All right.
I have a question concerning water. 2 weeks ago, when you gave your report, you mentioned that the entrances to the water plant would be shut down temporarily, or, is that for construction?
Yes.
Okay. But I guess my next question, when I was out with the public, I had a question posed to me, and I had been thinking about it, about our bulk water. Our bulk water right now, is it still available to the public? Because I know it's at the water plant.
Currently, no. It's pending the resolution of our drought situation, which is still in effect. So no, we're not selling bulk water right now. And the committee recognized that last go-round and said that was okay.
Oh, well, I mean, the committee, I appreciate their authority, but that would need to come to council, I would think, for a vote to stop bulk water sales. And bulk water is one of our.
Just to be clear, we did suspend with council's approval last fall bulk water
Yes.
sales.
But, yeah, this is a new year. I would not think a drought situation would continue into a new year, because we are not in a
Okay,
drought
so the rest of the
situation.
county isn't selling right now, and so we're following with the rest of Mid-Ohio. So just getting that out there, because that was last fall. So,
But are you arguing the fact that we are in a
No.
drought situation?
so what occurred, for the public's benefit, what occurred last fall with the drought is that Mount Sterling was becoming the sole place where water was dispensed in all of Madison County and a 2-county radius around us. So we can't have a situation where our own, citizens are running dry of water, but we're filling pools in Circleville. So we opted, and I came before council to say, can we please suspend bulk water? And you all said yes. And so that is currently in suspension because the rest of Mid-Ohio Water District is also still there.
Okay, well, I mean, I would just respond back. I'm not on the water committee anymore, that's why I'm not aware of this. But, selling bulk water is our only avenue of income outside of the norm. And the potential is unlimited. To say that we might shut our citizens off of water because we're selling pool water is far from accurate. We can produce triple the amount of water that we're producing from that water plant. That's a fact. So I would just ask that we consider opening bulk water up again. We should be excited if no one else is selling it. That would give us more opportunity to make more money.
Unless your wells run dry, but sure. Got it. So what I would say is, would this be a motion you're going to take back to the water committee?
And
So, water, wastewater?
I would like to also add to that, before we do that, I would like for the finance committee to review the costs.
Okay.
I think that it's time that we look at increasing the cost of the bulk water as well.
Yeah, most of our bulk water is sold not to our own citizens, it's sold to people outside of Mount Sterling. So, yeah, you're basically subsidizing the filling of pools in Circleville, which, by the way, is fine. I mean, they're nice people and all.
That's fine.
But,
We're capitalists, we're making money off of that. And I know when I was on the water committee a couple of years ago, we doubled the
So,
price
so
of
we,
water. to
sure, but we're the
compensate.
lowest provider
Still
within a
low.
40-mile radius.
Still way too
So
low.
we basically sell bulk water at $13 a unit, whereas everybody else sells it at almost 26. So there is a reason why folks are coming here, and it's because citizens are subsidizing them. So I'm just getting that out there. The numbers don't lie. We're not making money on bulk water. We're making income, we're not making any profit on bulk water.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's, you know, that's yet to be seen, but then if the problem is just that we need to raise our rates, if the other surrounding communities are selling it for $10 more than us, then maybe we need to consider.
Well, it's almost double,
raising-
right? So it's double. It's not just $10 more, it's double. And so the short answer is I want residents not to get the short end of a stick once we get out of this drought. So I'll direct that, and it should go to finance and water for
Sure.
consideration.
I agree. But when are we going to start construction on the water tower? That's a big question.
This week, we're actually having construction planning meetings, and we expect
Okay.
to start construct, the
So
tank
is it
itself.
going to be worth it to open it up for 2 weeks?
The committee declined to open it up for 2 weeks, but yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay.
I guess my next question would be, we have approved a bulk water system, a different bulk water system, and moving it.
Unfortunately, that approval was for a limited amount of money, which was not sufficient to build it. So I don't know what the spec out was, I wasn't in charge of that, but I can tell you it was not enough to build it. So we have a civil engineer's report, which basically says you'll need about 100 grand to build a specifically dedicated bulk water dispenser that fits all of the bills.
Yeah, that's not even close to.
That was what came back
Yeah.
with the engineer's report? I'm
It
asking a
did, when we
question.
actually asked them, hey, as part of this construction, shouldn't we install a bulk water dispenser at the water treatment plant?
Okay.
Because it's the most logical place to install it. He said, yes, no problem. Here's a spec sheet for it. It'll be about 100 grand. And we opted not to borrow the money on that because that would have been rolled into, you know, the overall loan, and we decided not to do that
Okay.
as a village.
But the information that I was provided, and the whole water committee was provided, was not in that ballpark at all. We actually have a dispenser system right now for bulk water that
do.
we are
We do,
using.
yeah.
And the
It is
only reason.
entirely manually operated, has a
Right.
boom arm, yeah.
And the reason we wanted to upgrade, and again, it was for under 20,000, was so the guys wouldn't have to be pulled away from their
Absolutely.
jobs.
I agree.
And everybody else, it's
Yep.
not just the guys, everybody else got pulled into that. So, you know, that was the reason we approved that in our budget.
Oh, for sure, except for the fact that we, after looking at the specifications, can't build it for that.
Yeah.
Right, so we went back and
Well, it was
looked,
not-
it wasn't,
It wasn't provided by the former village administrator, the
Yeah.
entire amount.
yeah, the whole,
It was later sent,
yeah.
confirmed.
so we can't, we
Well,
couldn't,
the
we,
first time we looked into it and we got the specs, the village administrator wasn't even our village administrator, so let's not put that on him. Let's put that we
We're
got,
just talking about. most
I'm just saying, most
process.
recently, we can't build it physically for what you're asking. So it's been 4 years, and we couldn't build it if we wanted to, for 20,000 bucks.
recent
This is the most recent quote.
Yeah, from the former village administrator. Yeah, he provided quotes from Buckeye. So is the committee gonna discuss this in
Next
the
go-round?
next water, wastewater? Would you guys like to make a motion to have that as a?
I'm not on water, wastewater.
Well, all right,
Well, I'm just asking in general to.
Yeah, that's
the
up to
people that
Craig.
are on the committee.
right.
Uh,
So we can send it to committee for evaluation. Rates are probably, it's a good time to look at bulk rates.
Is anybody placing a motion to do so, to revisit
well,
this?
anybody can send anything. I can show up at a water meeting and say, I want you guys to listen to this.
Well, I mean,
So-
just to make this as a topic so it's not forgotten.
Yeah,
Right.
It obviously needs to be looked
Well, I'll
at.
make the motion that we
We
reestablish.
just did the street thing the same way too.
Yeah,
Yeah. We did.
we'll reestablish the bulk water as our main avenue of income for the village, so we're not constantly passing on the price of water to the village. We're passing it along to people outside our community that you're using water to fill their pools.
As long as we're not subsidizing them, sure.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so that was placed by Becky. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, and roll call. Craig?
Yeah.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Barry?
Yes.
Joyce?
No,
And David?
Yes.
too close.
All right, thank you for that update. Streets, Ross.
Our next meeting is 6 PM, May the 12th.
Okay. Parks and Recs, Joyce.
Yes. So for Parks and Rec, just going to give you a quick update here on some things. Let me get my notes out here. I was asked by the Youth League to let the village know they're looking for some youth volunteers for concessions. The concession has been totally revamped, scrubbed down, bleached. It's open, it's ready for business. But they are looking for some youth out there that might be looking for some credits for school and willing to work Monday through Thursdays to earn those credits. Please go down to the ball field. They're down there around 5 o'clock in the evening. Susan and Sean Pierce will be down there. You can talk to them about it. We have some great literature thanks to Courtney. She got these flyers for us. Our movie in June is Paddington in Peru, June 28th. We're going to have these flyers posted out. They're going to be in the concession at the Mason Park. They're going to be here at Town Hall. In July, we have the Lego Movie. And then in August, we have Minecraft. So we're looking for a good time and a good turnout for our movies. Donation letters are going to be sent out very soon. Let me see. For Park and Rec, I think that's all I have to update. Other than that, the next meeting will be May 7th at 1 o'clock.
Okay, thank you. Record retention, David.
Yeah, so we'll be meeting Friday, May 2nd at 8 a.m. That's 8 a.m., Mick. It's all right, okay. So we'll go through it stuff, and I got a good working group. I kid about them, but I can't beat the group we work with.
Good crew. Nuisance abatement, Barry.
Yep, everything's going as usual. Our next meeting is May 12th at 6 PM.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Hold on, I'm trying to write this time down. I had another citizen approach me about chickens. And I know this has been a topic in the past. We had a community member come and ask us to consider allowing chickens during the pandemic. And council chose not to. And when I was speaking with this young lady, she's all about earth and green, and she came to get some free trees, but she's really interested in getting some chickens, and I told her I would bring it. I encouraged her to come as well. But with that said, I would just like, I know it's a nuisance usually issue if people have chickens now, because we're not allowed. And I know we have some things on the books about not having animals in town. But the things to consider are that West Jeff, London, and Plain City all have chickens. They all have, and they all have rules. You know, you have to have so much yardage, you have to have no roosters and so many hens, and there's rules. So, again, I would just like it to maybe be sent to your committee to consider, well, I mean, last time, someone just came to council and asked. I actually,
Because it's a codified ordinance, it would have to be changed. So you'd have to send it to committee.
okay, so it is a nuisance ordinance.
It's an ordinance around the keeping of livestock in village limits.
Okay, so yeah, I guess I just make a motion to send that then to
I guess it would go to finance? Where would that go?
Nuisance.
nuisance.
Would it go to nuisance? Okay.
Just about allowing community members to have chickens with some parameters set. So I'll make that motion, that you guys consider that and send back your findings to council.
I'll second it.
Okay.
Okay, roll call. Craig?
No.
Becky?
Yes?
Ross?
No.
Barry?
Yes.
Joyce?
No.
David?
Yes.
3-3.
No. All right.
Can I make a statement?
You can always make a statement.
So that wasn't our vote on how we feel about chickens. That was just a vote on if a committee should discuss it. So with you guys saying no, seems very bizarre, but I'll attend and bring it up again. I'll come to a nuisance meeting and ask that you guys consider it.
Yeah.
Because council can't stop something from being heard at committee.
Okay. Tree beautification then.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Well, we have planning and zoning.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I
Plan-
do have a comment for both of those.
Okay, planning and zoning then. We haven't met with planning and zoning, but go ahead. Go ahead, Craig. Planning.
We haven't had a meeting. The meetings are on the last Tuesday of the month, which would be May 27th.
Okay. And then Ross,
Same thing?
same thing.
And I have a comment for both. We are looking for volunteers from the village. You must be a village resident. Due to one resignation and some other vacancies, we are looking for some volunteers to fill some seats for planning and zoning. It doesn't take much time. As you know, we haven't even met this year. We probably have 1 or 2 meetings a year for zoning, maybe some for planning. They're kind of hit or miss. If you're interested, please reach out to Town Hall, and they can contact me, and we can discuss it. Feel free to step up if you're willing to volunteer. I'm going to be making some calls this week and next to some people that have lived in the village for a while to see if they would be interested in joining us.
Great, thank you.
And the same goes for nuisance, by the way.
Yeah.
Always.
They always take
Yeah.
volunteers.
Yeah. They're the last Tuesday of the month. Yeah. Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
And those are called upon if there are variances or discussions made by.
That's why they don't always happen, is there has to be business that comes before those committees.
What time?
6 PM,
6
isn't it?
PM.
Okay, now tree beautification.
Okay, so we just had our tree giveaway this past Saturday, and it was a big success. We did not run out of trees this year. We had 500 trees, and we did give away about 400 of those trees, I would say. I still have some I'm taking care of at my house that a couple of the tree committee members are going to get planted in big pots and hopefully start our tree garden. And then in the future, we'll have some nicer, more mature trees to give away as well. We did give away those about 400 tree saplings, and then we also gave away 4 more mature trees that Jacob Keever so kindly donated. And then I have money to give to you, Courtney, from that tree raffle donation that people donated money. I have $135 that I will give to you.
We'll need to make a motion.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, do we have a motion to
Where would you
accept that?
like, as far as the $130, where does that get? Because the tree committee doesn't have a account. Technically, they don't have a fund, so would it be going into the,
Where's our budget held?
in the general fund?
But we have like our own line?
Right.
So,
Technically, you don't, but we've made a line. So what I would do is, if I were you, I would make a motion to reserve it for the tree committee to be able to be expended for supplies, materials.
Wood chipper.
okay.
Because you want to be able to restrict it.
I'm just gonna rescind that for now. We're just gonna rescind that because we currently need some dirt and things. Maybe we should just spend it, right?
Well, we
Well,
have
you
to
can't
accept
because
it.
it's the village's.
Yeah, it's the
It's
villages.
a village donation. It
Right.
becomes a village.
So we have to accept it, and we'll just
Yeah.
put it someplace.
But
And
it-
you have to, you would restrict it.
Yeah, we wanna restrict it to the tree committee for, yeah, it just, I mean, I don't know. I guess I thought we had like our own little line that,
You don't, unfortunately.
The monies are just restricted.
okay, can we get our own line eventually, or no? Yes?
Yep. Okay, so this would be a $130 donation restricted to the tree committee.
It's 135, yes.
Is there a motion to accept that money?
Okay, so what, I need to have a first and a second.
Yeah.
I
So
made
Is
that
there a
motion.
motion?
first.
All right,
Second.
then the second, Barry,
Barry
thank
and a
you.
second, Okay. Roll call, Craig,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes?
Ross,
Yes.
Barry,
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
And David.
Yes.
Okay, thank
Wonderful.
you. And then, let's see here, this coming Friday, May the 2nd. Yes, I know it's beginning of cleanup day. It's gonna be a really busy day in town. We also are having our Arbor Day celebration at Mason Park. And that begins sharply at 10 a.m. The American Legion will be there to do a flag raising ceremony. The mayor will be there to talk. Alistair will be there, our tree guy, to talk to the kids. It's the 3rd graders at Madison Plains. And then once they help plant 2 trees, those trees will be here, by the way, Wednesday. Tom's bringing those. Once those trees have been planted, the kids have put dirt around them, then they'll go to the community center, and they'll get pizza and drinks there, and watch the Lorax, which is about the importance of trees. And then they will also receive the paint kits that were donated by the Mount Sterling, Ohio Community Association. Then I believe some seeds have been donated as well, so they'll all get seed packets to plant some wildflowers. So it's going to be a big day for the kids. Any of you that would like to come, you are definitely welcome. And again, it begins at Mason Park at 10 a.m. And then our next meeting will be Monday, May 12th at 1 o'clock. We will begin here, and then we're going to travel out to the oldest tree site out by the water plant to work on that site for our Founder's Day event that will be coming in late June. And I think that's it.
Okay, good deal. Thank you. That ends the committee reports. On to ordinances and resolutions. We don't have any legislation, so that takes us to roundtable.
I'd like to bring up, Mr. Mayor, last Saturday morning from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., they had the drug take back here. Doug Crabb I was there myself for an hour, and it's amazing how much stuff is brought in. And the key thing is that keeps it off the streets too, because all these painkillers and stuff, and then you don't want to flush them down the toilet because it gets in your water system. So it was a good turnout, and I never seen so many pill bottles in my life since the Grateful Dead concert. So
There you go.
basically, so.
There you go.
So there's a lot of stuff got rid of, and that's the main thing.
Usually is a pretty good event every year.
And
We
also, I
like-
want to thank Tamara there. She mentioned about the flags.
Yes.
There's nothing makes a veteran more happy than seeing that flag wave in the air. There's something about that. I know in the 4th of July parade, when we stopped there in the middle there in that national anthem, and I know I say this a lot, but my dad was a war hero, and I always thought to myself, there's stuff that we can't imagine what that World War II guys went through.
That's right. That's right.
That's what
I
I say.
also want to remind the community that this weekend, is it Friday and Saturday, the community center is having their yard sale? Saturday and Sunday, sorry. So that'd be the 3rd and the 4th, and that'll be coinciding with the cleanup day too, so there'll be a lot going on all weekend, so I encourage all of you. Community center does a lot of great things.
I want to give shout out to Next Gen for their farmers market they had last weekend. It was a good time. We had a lot of wind, so that was crazy, right? We did really well, and I'm looking forward to the next one, the 3rd Saturday in May. So, yeah, that was good. So, Caitlin, thanks for doing that. It's getting bigger. It's getting better. Yeah, it was good stuff, and the bread was good, and yeah. So, along with that, I heard some good positive feedback from the Legion today. Stay tuned for some exciting news about 4th of July. They're planning some really great stuff, so, yeah. I'm looking forward to being able to announce that. They're putting on some good stuff, so that'll be
Excellent.
great.
Well, we look forward to it.
Yeah.
What's the times for the May 17th?
9 to 1. I don't know why I always think 9 to 3, but
And then the
yeah.
community center, the rummage sale is on May the 3rd and 4th from what times?
Saturday 9 to 4, and then Sunday noon to 4.
That'll be fun. That'll be a good time too for them. Yeah.
Other items for roundtable? Okay, going once, going twice.
Yeah, did we have anyone else in the public that wanted to re-comment?
I mean, it is roundtable, so they can if they want to.
Anyone have anything they wanted to talk about again now? I don't know.
Okay, we do have a council person who needs to get to a meeting across the street, so
Yes.
hearing none, have a good night, everybody. We'll see you all later.
Oh, sorry, David.
See you guys. I enjoy it. Kelly, you have a good evening.
I'll do my best.